During the season of Lent, followers of Jesus pay attention to the story of the cross. It was on the cross that Jesus offered forgiveness for our sin and for the sin of the world. In fact, in the Gospel of Luke, while Jesus is being crucified, he said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Before Jesus went to the cross, he not only spoke of the forgiveness of sins that God would bring, but he also taught that his followers were to be people of forgiveness. Jesus' followers must forgive one another and even those outside of the community of faith. Forgiveness is to be our way of life. It is a core facet of our lives. Jesus himself once taught that even when we are worshiping, if we realize that we need to be reconciled with someone, go, leave your worship, leave your gift at the altar, and be reconciled. That's how important forgiveness and reconciliation are for Christ followers. And so, in the days of the early church, everybody did this and nobody had any problems with it. Well, no, not exactly. In fact, many of the letters that Paul wrote deal with communities in crisis and the need to reconcile. In one place, Paul says that we now have a ministry of reconciliation. Of course, forgiveness is easy to talk about and even prescribe as a way of life, as a general idea, but putting it into practice in specific relationships is another thing. If we have the courage to move forward, however, we will find new signs of God's grace in our lives. So this week, I invite you to think about someone you may need to forgive. You might then pray for a heart of forgiveness. You might need to find wise counsel or spiritual support from a trusted friend or mentor or pastor. But then practice forgiveness. Practice forgiveness even if you are no longer in a direct relationship with the other person. Practicing the way of Jesus means practicing the way of forgiveness. So may God bless you in this journey.